Hey guys, welcome back to another video of course, and today doing a double witch deck, and huge apologies for not uploading for the past 4 days. I just had my finals, and now that that is done with, I can focus back on this channel for the whole summer, which I'm absolutely swell about. So let's hop into a replay, and let's see what this 3.7 Elixir average deck can do. Alright, so before we get into any type of replay or game, here's some raw footage of this deck. We have our 2 witches down, of course, because of our mirror card, and our main tank in this deck is going to be the giant, if you couldn't notice. Now, the reason why I'm using the giant instead of the royal giant is because it's 1 elixir cost lower, it has more damage, and it has more health, which I just find a lot more effective rather than just having range. And here is our first replay, facing Bin, who's also level 9, I believe. So first up, we're going to go ahead and put in our pumps just because they're very effective. When a game is very slow, just means you can play defensively, which is always a benefit, as you can use your towers as damage. So right there, we're going to go ahead and put on a second pump with a mirror card, like stated before. And totally off topic from this game, back in the day when I did show my replays, I used to have like a widescreen portrait, but now I'm using the skinnier screen portrait just because it looks a lot more cleaner. But just comment down below what type of screen mode you like better. It's actually really hard to decide for myself. So we're going to fireball down his barbarians and his witch just because they're clumped up, and that meant that we could use our fireballs. Awesome splash damage. And I know back in the day didn't use the fireball, but now people are just clumping up their troops so much now, and the barbarians are kind of coming back from their if you don't know, guys, like 4 months ago the barbarians used to be so strong, but they got like a health nerf. But yeah, so our friend also does have the witch and the pump. He's not deciding to play any of them for some reason. He's gonna go ahead just rush in with his royal giant. That was kind of like an immature push. If I was him, I would have placed down my royal giant at the back of the map, this way I could go for a build up, because having a tank alone like a giant is just never useful. So we're gonna take it out with our witch, of course. And the thing I love about the witch is that there's no like max to how many skeletons she can spawn. Like if you let her be for like a long ass amount of time, she'll actually spawn like a skeleton army amount of skeletons, which is just mad. So we go for our first counter push right here, putting down my giant or my minions with my witch. They're gonna take out like a quarter health on the tower on the left, while we were fending off his push on the right. So it's now double elixir. This one gets really good for our deck. Like stated before, because our deck has such a low cost elixir, means that we can just rotate through these cards, and now that's double elixir, you just know what I mean. It's gonna be good. So we're gonna go ahead and put down 2 giants. I go for a nice double split push right here. I'll put down a witch and a giant on one side, and a minion and a double giant on the other side. So our minions right there are going to deal with his barbarians. For some reason, he doesn't decide to fireball down my minions. He should have done that, but in return, because he did not do that and he didn't focus on any of my pushes that well, we're going to take out his first tower with our raged up witch. So now it gets really good. We're placing down our second witch. We also do have our giant on the field, but barbarians are such a huge counter, and my witches are going to get mopped up pretty quickly. And 10 seconds left. It looks like we're not going to get the 3 crown win, but still, guys, a 2 versus 0 lead ain't so bad at all. So key things to watch out about this deck is that you really do have to time your pushes like right, and if you don't, then you can get mopped up by things like barbarians shown in this replay. Alright, so here we go, guys, facing cakes. I don't even know. So by the way, I forgot to mention about the bomber in this deck, and the reason why he is in here is because he's super cheap, and also he's good for taking out barbarians, which I've been facing a lot of. So let's go ahead and just use our fireball to take out his minions. I didn't really see that hogger right there. That was a little bit sneaky of him. We could go for a counter push and put down our giant also, but that is just a little bit too aggressive. So guys, off topic once again, my channel just hit 40k subscribers like 3 days ago, which is actually a long time. We've been making Clash Royale videos for about 4 months now, which is such a long amount of time. So just seeing that you guys have been watching my content ever since like 4 months ago, that is just pretty insane to think about. So back to the replay. We're going to put down our 2 witches. That's going to call for disaster, as his fireball will just take them out. Let's go ahead and just use our bomber to take out his fire spirits and also his hog rider. Yes, there we go right there. Hopefully we don't lose our tower. Yes, we will not. And let's go ahead and go for a push with our giant and our minions. And hopefully he isn't already back to his fireball. That would call disaster for my whole push. Let's go ahead and just rage up all these cards. Looks like our friend doesn't really know what to do. He just puts on his minions when he could just like put on his fireball right there. But yep, good stuff for us. Our giant, even with those minions on top of him, is still going to do some good damage to his tower, bringing it all the way to 746. Let's go ahead and use our witch right here to clean up his miner. Hopefully she'll splash out those minions, and our tower will survive. Now right here, I'm not, like, my giant isn't in my hand right now, so it's going to be hard to go for a push. But we can just play a little bit more slow. We can put down our pump. So let's go ahead and drop down our bomber. He's not really been useful this replay. which is understandable. Let's go ahead and use our minions once those fire spirits do go to my tower. Don't really feel like wasting those right there. Let's go ahead and just fireball down his minions. And guys, our giant is already almost dead. That is just disastrous. Let's go ahead and, oh, that's the bad timing for our stuff right there. Let's go ahead and just rage up. Yikes, guys, just lost that whole push. What the Nice, so let's go ahead and put down another giant. Hopefully this one will go well. Let's go ahead and put down our minions. 23 seconds left. Our other tower is already on half of its health. He does reveal his Inferno Tower. That is actually disastrous because that's the perfect counter for my deck right here. Please, giant, survive. Get to his tower. Take it out. But even though that does go out, Minipack is going to take out my base. Look at him with his laughing face. Not going to lie, if I saw him in real life, I'd probably punch him. So that was a fail for his game. Sorry about that. Anyways, though, guys, thank you so much for watching. Sorry for not uploading for the past 4 days. Like I said before, exams are over, and now I have a free 2 months just to upload Clash Royale content. So just until the next one, peace out, guys.